I'm not going to.
Right, we are joined by Kian. Hello.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us what the game is about a little bit?
Sure. So this is Skye. So it's a really gentle, relaxing exploration game. And you play as Skye, the friendly flying dragon, and basically you're just exploring this countryside space. So it's really like low stakes. There's no pressure put on the player. It's not stressful at all. The idea is that as soon as you pick up the controller and start playing, your heart rate lowers immediately, and you really sink into this experience.
Okay, so it's this super chill, relaxing game that you just get to play on the couch.
I love these kind of games. I don't want to like draw too many comparisons, but we're talking Flower, we're talking Journey, we're talking this kind of chilled out experience, right?
Yes,
fantastic.
absolutely.
Let's just jump straight in.
Are you jealous that I get to play it?
You can play it. It's fine. I'm okay with that. I like to watch. It's all good.
Let's go.
So yeah, she's like safe and asleep in her little den at the moment, underground. So that's Skye. She's the dragon.
Okay.
Yeah, she has like a really cool little design. We've tried to make her exotic but familiar.
Okay.
So yeah, like a really friendly face to her.
Ooh.
Oh, nice. Okay. And she can fly, which is the important thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
So why are there rugs if we're flying?
Just, you know.
Sorry,
guest
that's
style.
my first question.
Why do rugs even exist, you know? Like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why she has her friends around. She likes to snuggle up as well.
Oh.
That's cool. No, it's really awesome.
This is adorable.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, the most interesting thing about these kind of games, for me, is that the kind of sound direction, the Foley and the sort of the soundtrack and stuff are always difficult to get nailed down because obviously there's not like loads going on. It's always a bit more of kind of like a relaxed experience. Mm-hmm. Did you find that getting the sound right was difficult? Like, do you have like an orchestral soundtrack, or is it all very chill?
Yeah, it's definitely something that we've spent loads and loads of time on.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely with these kind of games, when you want to make the experience as immersive as possible and as kind of blanketed across the whole game as possible, you want to pay loads of attention to the sound design. It's as important to us as color is in a game. Yeah. So we have an in-house sound designer who is fantastic. Hi, Chris. He's watching at home.
Okay, Chris. Cool.
He actually just won an award for sound design for this game.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay.
The idea is it's kind of holistic sound design. So every aspect of the world reacts to you and greets you when you get there. So in that tunnel, for example, as you were coming up, if you dash past those torches that were on the wall, they'll flicker, and you can hear the torch flicker. You can hear the fire flicker.
Okay. So you'd say this is definitely like a headphones game, right?
Absolutely.
Headphones on, chilling out.
Get lost.
Yeah.
Get lost in the experience.
Don't get lost. Just get immersed.
Yeah. Absolutely. Lose yourself.
Yeah.
First thing that it reminds me of, like the graphics, is The Witness.
Yeah.
Is that an inspiration or?
Yeah, definitely. That was an inspiration. Yeah. Yeah. Anything with like a very strong visual style, we really looked at. We just wanted. Sorry, that's the wizard. Like old
wizard. I love it. I mean, these kind of games, it's always. I don't think there's enough of this kind of like art direction out there. There's obviously a few key titles, but it's great to see some new ones coming up. So, I mean, is there really anything that's forcing us forward, or is it literally your own pace, do what you want?
Yeah, it's very much like play at your own pace, play at your leisure. So if you push the share button, there you go.
Okay, good.
So that brings up the map and it tells you where everything is.
Right.
So the objectives are there for you to complete when you want to. All those denizens there, if you speak to them and help them on their quests, that's how you complete the game.
Okay.
But the idea is that if you want to spend 20 minutes and get stuck in a glass bottle and you hear the sound, like you hear what the world sounds like when you're in a glass bottle, or play with kites in the sky, or you just buzz through the grass.
Okay.
You're fine to do that as well. There's no punishment for just indulging yourself and playing.
No, exactly. I mean, I imagine there must be some times when maybe it rains or you get a more windy sort of experices.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that all your own Foley work, or did you have to like go out and cut some grass? Or
it's a bit of a mix. Like the sound of rain is all digitally generated.
Wow.
And dynamic, so it's kind of real digital rain almost, if that makes sense.
A real digital rain. I like it. That's cool.
Listen to this.
Oh, it's nice, isn't it? Yeah, little rustling leaves.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so as I say, like it's there waiting for you to discover. So like if you dash past those bottles, that row of bottles.
Oh.
Those little tinks, yeah.
Yeah, you'll hear it kind of.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
no,
we can hear it now,
yeah.
I need to find flowers.
So if you go back to your map, if you've gone past some, they'll show up on your map. So next to the gardener on the left-hand side, just the top right of her, there's one stack of flowers there. as you can see, it's kind of like a fog of war. So as you explore the world,
right, okay,
more of the map is revealed to you. So we wanted to really encourage you to kind of seek out every corner of the world.
So that's the other thing as well about this game, is that it's obviously a 2D environment.
Mm-hmm.
What was the kind of like thought process behind going with a 2D kind of like environment that you can fly up as opposed to like a 3-dimensional environment?
I think we like the idea of keeping the control as simple as possible. That was the first thing we worked on, was her movement and making sure that her the flying aspect of it was as relaxing as possible.
Yeah.
So keeping it kind of like locked to that one dimension made it that we could kind of display everything almost like a painting in front of you, like every frame. Was
okay.
Like
so you're talking about being like so simple that like your gran can play it.
We've taken it to loads of events, and we've taken it even to a local primary school and stuff.
Okay.
And so we've had 2-year-olds playing it and getting it like instantly without any problems. And then we've had their grandparents, the 70-plus-year-olds playing it as well and getting something out of it. So yeah, we wanted to make this as accessible as possible experience where everyone can just pick up a controller. Mm-hmm.
So it's a case of, because I'm seeing obviously like as Sean was playing, you can kind of like follow the storyline and check the objectives, but you can also just wander about and just see what makes sounds and experience that.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
Like we do have like collectibles, like there are acorns that you can collect along the way as well. And when you've collected them all, you get to see them kind of like displayed in the shelf down in your den.
Oh, okay.
Again, like the idea is that you get rewarded for finding these secret areas. So there are 2 secret areas in this map that you can find, and they all have like little treats almost to find, like toys. Yeah, so it's very much kind of like we want it to be a place that you want to come back to and just spend some time just flying around and enjoying yourself.
Yeah, definitely. And so how many environments are there? We've obviously got this nice kind of like valley almost that we're playing in right now. Is there like tons and tons of different environments, or?
There aren't tons. We're going to be launching with 2, but the idea is that they're really rich.
Okay.
Very, very kind of well populated and vast, and there's loads to do in them. So there's this countryside environment, and there's a seaside environment as well, with this like big sprawling coral reef.
Okay.
Go underwater and go down into a deep trench, go to the bottom of the earth and find buried treasure.
I really enjoyed playing the seaside level in Unravel, I think it was called. So like a similar kind of like 2D sort of side-scroller kind of game, but a more sort of fast-paced than this. I think this is really interesting. So is that another? I'm guessing a lot of these kind of props that we are coming across and objects in the game are puzzles as well. So we just solved one before with the bees. Yeah, so the puzzles are usually marked with a denizen who will speak to you and give you a little bit of a kind of backstory for what they need to help with. Apart from those sleeping brothers, they're all musicians. So if you get the pattern right for ringing the bells or the flowers, they'll wake up and they'll start playing a tune that adds to the soundtrack of the world as well. Okay, so that becomes a permanent feature of the soundtrack once you've... Exactly. Okay, oh, that's really cool. Not to spoil it, just in case you didn't get to the end of this level, when you've finished the whole game, or when you finish this level rather, it transitions to nighttime, and again the kind of soundscape changes along with that, so it's more of a campfire setting. Which is like a whole new level essentially, because things completely change in the environment when you do change to night. So yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's fantastic. We actually want to launch with a mode where you can choose the world that you want to load into, choose the time of day, choose the weather, to suit your mood, and just relax and exist in that world. So if you're really in the mood for that kind of rainy experience, and you want that pitter-patter of rain, then you can have that, right? So the feeling of kind of like being curled up inside with a fire going, and it's raining, and you've got a good book and a mug of hot chocolate, that kind of feeling, that's what we wanted to recreate. So if you want to go to the seaside level and it's stormy and the music is a lot more kind of melancholy and moody, and that's fine as well. And you can just go down to the coral reef and see the waves kind of crashing above you. It's like the first game that I can think of where people are being encouraged to actually not play and just let it just
I've just been immersed. Like, I'm going to have to watch this interview back because my mind is completely in this game. Great.
And even when you leave the controller alone, she's just doing her own thing, just hanging out.
Yeah, just hanging out. Yeah. That was beautiful. It's so relaxing.
Yeah.
Like, I had a very stressful morning.
You were completely zoned out.
And now I'm like, everything's all good.
Great.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
I enjoyed this a lot.
Yeah, so when's it out? What platforms are coming out on?
It'll be very early next year, hopefully around March or April next year. And it'll be on Xbox, PlayStation 4, hopefully Nintendo Switch, and PC soon afterwards as well.
Fantastic.
Awesome. Thank you.
Great.
All right.